First of all, the most frequently asked questions from teachers. Number one is, what in the world is a curriculum and an instructional designer or a curriculum developer or learning experience designer? There's so many job titles. What do they actually do? You know what it's like to be a teacher. So how is that similar to being a curriculum instructional designer and all these job titles related to it? As a teacher, you're already a rock star at planning and designing and creating learning resources and learning experiences, okay? And the materials for all of it. This is what a curriculum instructional designer does as well. You plan, design, and create these things. But notice you're working in a different setting. You're not up in front of a class. You're not with 8-year-olds or maybe 17-year-olds or whatnot. Will you tell me if the idea of working more with adults and less with kids appeals to you, or if something about that just feels good, right? You still love kids. You still enjoy kids, but like you can be working with a team collaboratively toward these goals and making things that then go on to influence hundreds of thousands of learners. Okay, I'm seeing all this. Yes, you guys, sounds wonderful. All of this. Yes, this is what it's all about. And you can have flexibility and you can have so much more. So exciting. So the next question is, where in the world could I work in these roles? Let me reflect that back to you. Where would you like to work? Because all of these companies, education companies, EdTech companies, universities, corporate companies, independent contractors and freelancers working for a variety of companies, all of these are opportunities of places where you can work next. All of this is absolutely possible. I loved working for some of the education companies that were the education products that I actually use in my 5th grade classroom, in my 6th grade classroom, and in the classrooms that I was teaching in. I want you to just either jot it down or just think of it like, oh, I aspire to work at such and such a company. Okay. Or maybe it's a corporate company. Some of our educators, they think, oh, it'd be healthy for me to just have a break, maybe a little time away from education. That's great too. It's all possible. There are so many opportunities that our course grads are loving working in all of those kinds of companies. Last week alone, we had teacher transition graduates land jobs at McGraw-Hill, at California State University, Fullerton, and at one that got promoted at HMH, one of the biggest education companies out there, and so many more. Okay. And there's different job titles in this field, right? Maybe you've heard some of them. I want you to be aware of them and know which one you're aiming toward. Next question. What in the world would I actually do? Right? If I'm starting work in the morning, finishing it in the evening, like what would I actually do for work? Curriculum and instructional designers, they plan and create effective learning. So similar to being a teacher, you plan the learning strategies, the curriculum design, the engagement activities, the scope and sequence, and the assessment strategies. And after you've done that brain work of planning it, some curriculum instructional designers, they get to create it. You create things like a trainer guide, think lesson plan, but we're not going to use that kind of teacher terminology, right? So a trainer guide, workbooks, live lessons, the presentations, think slide deck, okay? The curriculum, the online lessons, and so much more. And if you love certain things on here, and if you're like, well, I don't love those things as much, then you get to do more of what you love more. Okay. There's so many job opportunities out there. You can hone in on the things that you love. Again, this is all about doing what lights you up. Okay. Doing the work that you love, using the skills you already have. Next, there's so many needs and settings and opportunities out there that are waiting for you to meet them where they are with being ready for you. Okay. So the next question is, how can I land this job? Great teachers make excellent curriculum developers, curriculum designers, instructional designers, all of these job titles. So let's make this happen for you. I'm now going to share with you the 3 proven strategies to land these roles. Number 1, what you need to land this job is an optimized resume. This ensures that your resume stands out instead of being filtered out, either by the applicant tracking system that companies use when you apply there, or by the hiring manager that's going to look at it. Okay. You do that by using certain keywords and certain formatting and more. Next, you want to translate your teacher skills into their company needs, right? You're going to do that by using some certain verbiage, but also really by making it clear to the hiring manager that you will meet their needs, that you're like the answer to what they're looking for, right? Number 2, what you need to land this job is you need to be familiar with the field. This field is all about what your rocks are at, creating engaging learning, okay? You need to know the ADDIE process, which you're already doing as a teacher, We just use certain terminology for it. And you need to know the tools that are in demand to create learning resources. For live instruction, you already know a lot of those, and also for on-demand learning, because that's what's growing, right? Now, I'm going to put you in the hot seat for number 3. Let's pretend you're the hiring manager. Who would you hire if you have applicant A and applicant B? And applicant A has come to you with a piece of paper. Applicant B has come to you with proof of their skills. Okay. This is from a real hiring scenario. And when I was hiring for a curriculum instructional designer to help build some learning materials for an education company or for a corporate company that we were building things for, and applicant A, she not only had a degree, she had a PhD in curriculum instruction. Okay. Maybe some of you on the call also have like advanced degrees in this. Many of the teachers that we help don't have it and they don't need it. Many of the teachers that we help, they have it, but they need more help. It's about landing a job, not just about knowing theory and whatnot. Applicant A, she had a PhD in this. Applicant B did not have a PhD in this, but she had a portfolio. B, yes, that is exactly who I hired. She had a portfolio, evidence of her skills and her ability. So this is what you need. You need proof of the incredible skills you already have, okay? A portfolio that showcases your incredible skills and gifts. Here's what I want you to showcase in your portfolio. Learning experiences that you've designed, okay, that you've come up with, and learning resources that you've actually created, especially those using specific tools that are in demand, they're hiring for. And special note, I want you to ensure that your portfolio examples include learning materials for adults, not solely for K through 12 students. That will help you be successful. Let's talk about real companies that have come to us and said, hey, can you send us people to work in these roles, like applicants? Here's first one. You probably heard of Lego, right? So this individual came to us and said, hey, Allie, I need someone who has 3 or 4 years of teaching experience. By the way, I want you to tell me yes in the comments if, as I describe this role, you're like, if it lights you up, if you're like, yes, this is the kind of role that I would love, okay? He needed someone who could recommend to his team how they could improve their EdTech tool. This role was going to be fully remote. It was going to have unlimited paid time off, and the starting salary was about $70K with significant room for growth financially and just also in like the awesomeness of this role and opportunities of it. Okay, yes, I'm loving seeing all of this. Okay, this is a great and exciting role. And he was really only looking for one person. But after I sent him some teachers like you, he was like, thank you. They all look impressive. And he hired multiple people. And I love hearing from them how much they are loving these roles and the incredible influence that they're having. He wanted someone who could see things through a teacher's lens and from their eyes and communicate what teachers need, okay, and improve an EdTech product. And that's exactly what they're doing. Here's another example. John reached out from a corporate company and he said, hey, I need a great teacher. This person's going to help design and create the training materials. So think slide decks, trainer guides, workbooks for participants at like professional development training. This was a fully remote role and extremely flexible. Like things needed to be done, but you get to choose the hours of when you're working and when you hop on like collaboration meetings and stuff like that. So he said, if all your candidates are this qualified, it will be very difficult to choose, but not a problem. He actually made a super quick decision with one of our grads who used some of the specific things we recommend you do when you apply. He hired her almost immediately. Let's bring it back to another company that you know well, McGraw-Hill. McGraw-Hill loves hiring teacher transition grads because you're well-trained and you can show what you know. I'm going to share with you like a 30 to 60-second video clip, and I want you to take mental note of what this individual in a leadership role hiring at McGraw-Hill has to say about what you should do and why teacher transition graduates stand out. Here we go.
I'm the Senior Director of Instructional Design. I have a team of over 100 instructional designers, and we have divisions of math, social studies, science, intervention, and literacy. Okay, so tip number 1, become a skill mercenary. And so how do you get new skills, right? Take courses, gain certifications. And what's funny is actually this whole idea of this being so important is what brought me to Allie, is because I noticed that over the past few months, I started to notice that some of the best people I was hiring had been through or to become a curriculum instructional designer course. that reached out and I was like, I'm gonna learn about this course. They're creating some great people here.
Awesome. Okay, you guys, did you hear it? Gain more skills, get a certification, right? And then with those skills, I want you to also be able to show, just like that show and tell that we talked about. It's not about paper, but it's also about proof. Okay. Show the skills that you've gained. So we've covered proven, effective, and efficient ways to land these roles. You need to have these three things: the optimized and translated resume, translated from this is what it's like as a teacher, but let's translate that over into their needs. Okay. You need to be familiar with the terms and tools of this field, and you need to show your incredible proof of the incredible skills that you have.